for the Transformers community. Please subscribe to MightMouse74.
I'm MightMouse74, and this is the Takara Tomy Metroplex. What is going on, Mouseketeers? MightMouse74 with a Transformers video review. Thought I'd do a comparison video between Transformers Takara Tomy Metroplex versus the Transformers Hasbro Generations Metroplex. I bought the Takara Tomy Metroplex from a good buddy of mine, Nick Coombs. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll post a link to his Facebook page in the description down below. Okay, so here we have both Metroplexes side by side in their robot modes. The one on your left is the Takara version, and the one on your right is the Hasbro version. In the face area, the Takara version has the chromed face look, whereas on the Hasbro version it has the white face look. The visors are the same, the gimmicks are pretty much the same. When you lift up on the visors and pull down on the antenna, then the visors drop down over their eyes. The Autobot logo on the chest is pretty much the same, except the different colors. The Takara version is much more of a lighter red, and the Hasbro version is much more of a darker red. And the Hasbro has some yellow sticker detailing under the Autobot logo, whereas the Takara version has none. The sound effects are almost the same, except on mine, on the Hasbro version, it doesn't have the voice chip in it because it's a Canadian version. And on the Takara version, it has the voice chip in it. I'll show that off a little bit later on, and I'll show the gimmicks off too. On the Takara version, on the hips, it has some chrome detailing, whereas on mine, on the Hasbro version, doesn't have any chrome, it's just plain white. The Takara version comes with 2 handguns, whereas on the Hasbro version just comes with 1 handgun. In the kneecap area, it has some black detailing, whereas on the Hasbro just has some white detailing. And down by the feet there in front, on the Takara version has some red detailing, whereas on the Hasbro version just has some plain white detailing. So I just want to show this off real quick. On the Takara version, again the one on your left, has some black detailing on the upper hip, whereas on the Hasbro version doesn't have any black detailing on it, so I just wanted to show that off real quick. Okay, so I just want to show these little guys off real quick. Again, the one on your left is the Takara version of Scamper, and the one on your right is the Hasbro version of Scamper. And how you can tell, the Takara version of Scamper has the bigger Autobot logo on the chest area, and the Hasbro version of Scamper, the Autobot logo is much smaller. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same. The detailing is the same, and the transformation is pretty much the same. Okay, so just to show off some of the features of the Takara Metroplex, as I said earlier, when you lift up on the visor is now tucked underneath the helmet of Metroplex, and when you pull down on the antenna, the visors are supposed to come down back over the eyes of Metroplex. And for the sound effects, you just press on top of this. You can see that his eyes light up, and the center of the chest here lights up, and it makes some kind of transformation noise.
Metroplex heeds the call of the last prime. Foolish Decepticons. Decepticon deactivation commencing. Synchronizing initiated. Target obliterated.
Okay, so just to show off the eye movements real quick, and again there's a lever on the back that you have to move left and right, and you press down and you have to time it just right.
Foolish Decepticons.
If you guys can see that, and I'll do it again. One more time, just for review sake.
Decepticon deactivation commencing.
So yeah. Okay, so this is the Hasbro version. Again, I'm not going to show off the eye gimmicks because it's the exact same thing as the Takara version as I just showed you, but the sounds are almost the same, but not quite. But this one again doesn't have the voice chip in it, sadly, but that's all right. And you can also see it has the light up features in the eyes and down here in the chest. Also has some transformation noises too, so. Okay, so just a quick look on the back side of the two Metroplexes. Again, the one on your left is the Takara version, and the one on your right is the Hasbro version. So on the back of the head, on the Takara version, there's some red translucent look to it, whereas on the Hasbro version, just plain black. On the arm of the Takara version, the helicopter landing is white and yellow, and on the Hasbro version, it's black and yellow. And then there's some chrome detailing on the back of the Takara version, whereas on the Hasbro version it's just plain white. And then come down to on the back of the legs, it's just a narrow strip of black detailing, whereas on the Hasbro version it's some black detail, but it comes out just a little bit more than the Takara version. So before we get into vehicle mode of Metroplex, I just want to give you guys a closer look at the front and the back. That way you guys can see some more of the details. And here's a close shot at the back side. So here we have the Takara Tomy Metroplex in vehicle mode. The two red cannons go right at the towards the top of the runway, and then the two black ones go along the side, and I can show you how to do that. So to plug the red cannons on in vehicle mode, there's a groove, a white groove, right where my finger is, if you guys can see that or not. And on the red cannons, there's a notch right here, right where my finger is. Just follow that line down there, and basically all you have to do is just kind of line it up like that, and then do the same thing with the other cannon. Make sure you line it up, everything looks nice, and put that in there like that, and it stays pretty good. So on the side of Metroplex, you can actually do this on both sides. You can pull the cannon out here like that, and with the black shoulder cannons, there's a peg. If you guys can see this right where my finger is, and there's a peg hole right there, and all you have to do is line it up just right, and you should be able to plug it in so it looks like that. And like I said, you can actually do that on both sides. So here we now have the two Metroplexes side by side in their vehicle modes. Again, the one on your left is the Takara version, and the one on your right is the Hasbro version. Everything seems to be the same except on the Takara version, the runway on that one is white, whereas on the Hasbro version, the runway on that one is black. So now let's check out their city modes. So here we now have the Takara Tomy Metroplex in its city mode with the two black shoulder cannons. There's actually a couple places to put those, and I'll show that off in a second. And I'll also show you where to put the two red large guns at, and it's actually really simple to do. So the first place you can actually plug these black shoulder cannons on, and I actually saw these pictures on Facebook. A fellow YouTuber Caked Up had posted, and you can actually do this on both sides. So there's a peg on the bottom of the black shoulder cannon right there, and there's a peg hole on top, and basically all you have to do is just plug it in like that, and if you want, you can lift it up so it looks like that. And the second place to put the black shoulder cannons on would be, there's a peg hole in city mode just right here, and you can grab the black shoulder cannon. Again, there's a peg right there, and all you have to do is plug it in like that. And with the other black shoulder cannon, there is actually a peg hole on the top here in city mode. And just take the cannon, again, a peg, and all you have to do is plug it in like that. And for the two big red guns, again in the back in city mode, there's a peg hole right there. And grab one of the guns, and there's a peg right where my thumb is, right there. And basically all you have to do is just plug it in like that. And around on the other side of Metroplex in city mode, there's a peg hole just underneath here, and grab the red large gun. Again, there's a peg, and basically all you have to do is kind of line it up, and it fits in there quite nice. So just a couple of features that he has in city mode. He has the same features as he does with the Hasbro version. With this one here, instead of being all white molded detailing, pull this down, and now the Takara version has the red and yellow molded detailing, so that's pretty cool. For the drop down ramp, the Hasbro version is all black, whereas on the Takara version, this one has a black tip and the white drop down ramp. And one more little feature that I forgot to show, you can actually pull this down and have it facing upwards like that. And here we finally have the two Metroplexes side by side in their city modes. Again, the one on your left is the Takara Tomy Metroplex, and the one on your right is the Hasbro Generations Metroplex. So this is Mighty Mouse 74, and you've just seen the Takara Tomy Metroplex. In the comments below, let me know which one you would get, the Takara Tomy or the Hasbro Generations Metroplex. I'll also leave my video sticker tutorial for the Takara Tomy Metroplex in the description down below. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, support the mouse, support your Transformers community. Stay tuned for more reviews, more updates, and plenty more to come. I want to thank everybody for watching, and as always guys, take care everybody.